and advisory roles in design and manufacturing processes. His lead empowered organization to embrace innovation and efficiency-driven transformation. At ePlan, he leads cross-functional teams in sales, marketing, and finance while steering strategic initiatives that strengthen the company's footprint and innovation capabilities in India. Widely respected for his vision and mentorship, Mr. Pai inspires excellence wherever he leads. May I warmly invite Mr. Umesh Pai to share his thoughts. Thank you.
Morning. Thank you. On the desk, students, faculty members. As you might see, I'm a little overwhelmed. When the team asked me to speak for about 10-15 minutes, as my introduction would have told you, I'm a salesman, so I'm not short of words for sure. But looking at the audience, students, I suppose, mostly. With faculties, I don't have the competence to talk. With students, I always get my 19-year daughter's face in front of me. Papa, don't preach. So what am I going to speak? Right? The topic given was, urbanization, industrial automation, and mobility. But let me deviate a little bit more. It's a fantastic facility. Good 2 days of agenda. I went through the agenda. Frankly, again, overwhelmed with the scope, with the breadth of topics that are being covered by the industry. As I agree with, my previous speaker, that industry, academia, collaboration in India is sort of an oxymoron. We are definitely not where we should be. Industry is in its own sweet journey. Academia seems to be in its own journey. I'm sorry if I find a little bit, it's more to be critical or a bit cynical. Shouldn't be. When I tell my global team that, we find shortage of people, they just simply are flabbergasted, overwhelmed. A country of 1.4 billion people with some 40 lakh engineers coming up, not many manpower. How is that possible? Go to the academia. Academia has its own challenges. I'm not blaming anyone for this. It's a huge challenge. But today we are in a very, very challenging state, right? The person sitting in the White House is creating more problems maybe every half an hour. Waking up every day morning and looking at the news gives you, I will lose a lot of my hair by the time these 4 years are over, for sure. I'm sure the students are also equally worried. H-1B visa is going to go away, they say. Export is going to stop, they say. And over and above, we'll have the artificial intelligence going to take away other jobs. Right? Why this doomsday? Because it's very interesting. You always look at when there is a wrong or when there is danger. Our amygdala or whatever we call the small brain always likes when there is danger. But is it really a danger that we have? I always believe it's an opportunity. Matt rightly said 79, China and India were in similar situation. Today China is 10 times our GDP. They said, fake it till you make it. But they did it. In last 40 years, they invested heavily in both academia and industry. I believe India is in such a situation today that we have huge opportunity. Now we call this as what we call as a mega trends, right? There are 3 mega trends that are running, which I don't think anyone needs to be introduced. One is data. Data is a big mega trend. Second one is energy, electricity. Again, a huge mega trend. Just imagine we are, I don't know, my colleague from Mahindra can tell me, How many cars per 1,000 we have right now? Maybe 20, 30. US has 555 per 1,000. Just imagine if we come anywhere near, forget anywhere near, even 10% of that. Right? Energy is going to be a huge, huge problem to solve. Right? Data is again going to be a huge, huge opportunity. And in India, we have one big problem. I was talking to one of my colleagues here. 30 years back, Bangalore was a dream to live. Today, it is hell to live. All cities are going to be. The mega trend that we talk about is urbanization. Urbanization comes with big problems. It's an energy problem, it's a water problem, it's sustainability problem, right? Right? A lot of problems, but these are all opportunities. I started my career in 1991. I didn't know what I'm going to do. But today, if I look at my students, it's huge opportunities. All these problems that we face today are opportunities for you to solve. The multi-billion-dollar opportunities, right? Especially if you can solve the energy problem, I'm sure all of us can be really rich. We don't need to look outside. We don't need to look outside. All the problems Mr. Trump created for me is an opportunity. I believe next 15, 20 years is India's century. It is India's chance. If we focus on fundamentals, if we focus on solving today's problem, at least for next 50 years, Indian engineers or Indian academia or Indian population will be busy creating wealth. Just solve Indian problems. And our problems are unique because we are 1.4 billion people. It is not a problem. It's actually an opportunity. I believe, I don't want to talk much about technology to all of you because I believe, I started 30 years back. In Kannada, we have a saying, the horn that comes after the years is always stronger. So you guys know much more than we know. You know how to solve. We can only, we should not be a problem to you. We should not be a roadblock to you. As, a person from Epson said, we were against failure. Please don't. Failure is necessary to succeed. And again, as my daughter says, Papa, don't preach. You are not able to do it. You want me to do it. Because I'm telling you, this is experience. Please fail. You will succeed. Right? There's huge opportunity ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was really a wonderful insights from you. Once again, we thank. Great leaders don't set out to be a leader. They set out to make a difference. I'm so honored and privileged to introduce Mr. Palanisamy Lakshman, Chief Business Officer of Fiji Electric Private Limited. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Palanisamy, a graduate in Electrical and Electronics Engineering and completed his advanced management training from IIM Bangalore. He has held leadership roles across Asia Pacific, driving sales, service, marketing and global key accounts. Today, he leads Fiji Electric's automation business with full P&L responsibility while championing sustainability, energy efficiency and leadership development. He is known for building business with focus on people, purpose and values. Mr. Lakshman is a respected leader across India and Asia Pacific region. Now, we are very happy to announce that Fiji Electric is providing automated equipment to VIT Chennai as a part of their CSR activity. Thank you, sir. Please join me in inviting Mr. Palanisamy Lakshman to deliver his felicitation address. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor to be standing before such a great distinguished gathering. And probably to save some time, I will probably say thanks a lot to the people on the dais and off the dais, so that at least we can save some time, don't come in between. And special thanks to VIT Chennai for organizing this industrial conclave. As you said, with 15 years is too short a time, but within this 15 years, I think you have moved really a big milestone. I think this is a big achievement, and probably we should all, industry should congratulate VIT, because you have created a brand in the market, like how we create a brand in the business. You create the brand by yourself, and I think probably special thanks to the entire VIT team. So now, before I start, I'm coming from industrial automation business area, and I think my colleagues have talked about the industry and the challenges, and also like deep technology, or talk about the mega trends. And you, all the next generations, now you are going to address this mega trend challenges, right? So what are the challenges? Now probably I'll try to give some data points just to connect how this industrial conclave and industry and academia can work together to solve this problem. In India, we have around 2.53 lakhs factories, which is small, medium and large scale industries. And typically the large scale industries means is metal, which is aluminum, steel and copper, cement, textile, automotive industries, mining, I think there's quite a big industries. And all this Indian industry manufacturing contributes around 17% of our GDP and consumes 41% of energy. Why I am taking this point is how we can help here. I think that's what I want to touch upon. 41% of energy is being consumed in the industry, and 10 to 15% of water is consumed in the industries. Right? You know how much liters of water is consumed to produce 1 kg of fabric? 2,500 liters. And 22,500 liters of water is required to produce 1 kg of cotton to final finished product. And 1,51,000 liters of water is required to produce 1 car. So that's a big thing. So electricity and water. The third one, what is the biggest challenge in India? It's the pollution. Carbon footprint, right? We talk about carbon footprint. I think the biggest challenge is in India, probably our carbon footprint, that is doubled. In the 8 years, it has moved from 315 million metric tons to 623 million metric tons, almost double. Right? And this is an effect of industrialization. Can you avoid this? No, because India is a global factory. Now we are becoming a part of China plus one strategy by all the global companies. That means every global companies are looking India as a market. As my friends have said, do we have a problem because of the White House? Yes, but then there's also a lot of opportunities also. So we have a lot of opportunities to see. Because India has set net zero carbon emission by 2070. What does it mean? That's an opportunity. So we talk about energy, we talk about water, we talk about emissions. Let's look at it. How do we do this automation? How this automation can help? A lot of technologies are there. Now you as researchers, you as the industry, academia as people, how can you help to shape this to the next level? That is what you have to look at it. A lot of technologies. Let us take one at a time. Now, things. We have to improve energy efficiency and reduce carbon footprint, right? We need to save water. We need to reduce waste. We need to increase productivity. Like for example, if you are to see in competitive, take an industry. One example, I think textile. Since I talked about fabric, India was one of the good manufacturing hub export opportunities. Now we also have countries like Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Philippines is competing with us on export on textile. So what does it mean? That means we need to be more competitive. And it's a labor intensive unit, so you cannot reduce the labor cost. You can't reduce, what else you can reduce? Raw material cost you can't reduce because cotton is limited. So you have to do an automation. You have to reduce the manufacturing cost, reduce waste, increase the productivity. That is when you are able to achieve this absolute efficiency, thereby you can be competitive in the market. So as my friends have said, there are opportunities for you to solve. How do we say? Like for example, in my industry, we have variable frequency drives, servo drives, PLCs. Basically, they are automation products. And these products combined with IoT, right? We are able to intelligently monitor the production of the plant, energy consumption of the plant, water and wastewater utilization, and how much of energy saving you do, how much of carbon footprint you see. Now, what is it you should do? Now, there are products, there are technologies. Now, how you can develop this technology, evolve around that to increase the efficiency or improve the productivity. Like, as I said, in India, is a big opportunity of 2.5 lakh factories. Not all the factories are automated. There's a big opportunity for you to contribute for Indian industry, where you can improve energy efficiency, reduce